Welcome everybody. I'm here to introduce this week's book for First Chapter Fridays, and this week's book is 24 Hours in Nowhere by Dusty Bowling. Here's a little synopsis about this book. When you come from nowhere, can you ever really make it anywhere? Author Dusty Bowling, from the Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus book, returns to the desert to create a gripping story about friendship, hope, and finding the power we all have within ourselves. Let me share with you a little bit of that first chapter, and hopefully you'll be hooked and will want to read it. Saturday, 5 p.m. Bo Taylor held my face 1 inch from the jumping Kala. "Eat it, Gus," he commanded. I shook my head as much as I could with Bo's vice-like grip in my hair. "You think you can get away with what you just pulled?" Bo squeezed my hair tighter. I grimaced. I was just hoping I could. Bo let out a shrill laugh and put more pressure on the back of my head. "That's hilarious." For those not familiar with things out here in the hideously hot, dry desert of southern Arizona, a jumping Kala is a cactus so nasty it has a reputation for attacking unsuspecting people by leaping onto them, more rabid animal than plant. It then locks itself into place with spines that curve like hooked vampire teeth as they sink into its victim's skin. I'd had plenty of Kala in my feet. A Kala in my mouth was something I'd never expected, since I didn't usually walk around the desert with my tongue dragging on the ground. "Eat it now, Gus," Bo ordered again, pushing my face closer to the frightening barbs. I stared down at my shattered spaghetti sauce jar of water. My mouth felt as dry as the ground that had been wet only 10 seconds ago. I compared our feet. Next to my kid-size 3 Family Dollar clearance sneakers, Bo's heavy motorcycle boots looked like they belonged on the feet of a giant, a mean, ugly giant with blonde hair and pork and beans sprinkled with chewing tobacco breath. Not a pleasant combination. I doubted they'd ever make a mouthwash with that flavor. I tried to formulate an escape plan in my head using the information I had. Bo Taylor, a 13-year-old in the body of an 18-year-old with the mind of an 8-year-old. Me, a 13-year-old in the body of an 8-year-old with the mind of an 18-year-old. At least, I like to think so. I mean, about the mind thing, not the body thing. The body thing stunk. Bo's cronies, Matthew Dufort and Jacob Asher. Not quite as big or mean as Bo. I could have maybe fought them off for about 2 seconds. The 3 of them would take me down in under 1. Someone who might help me. Not in this town, not out here. Out here, we were all on our own. Out here in the least livable town in the United States, Bo was the Lord, and I was the fly. So yeah, still no good plan about how to get out of eating the Kala and experiencing the most excruciating pain of my life, either when it went in or when it came out. I couldn't decide which would be worse. Then again, it would probably cling to the inside of my mouth and get stuck, unable to make it way down to my throat. "Let him go, Bo," a voice said from behind me. Not just any voice, an unusually deep, raspy voice. A voice I would recognize anywhere. "Go away, Rossi. This doesn't concern you," Bo said. "Yeah, this doesn't concern you," Matthew echoed. "Yes, it does," Rossi said. "You're angry I beat you again this morning, so you're taking it out on someone smaller and weaker than you. You're pathetic." I pursed my lips. "Not that much smaller and weaker," I muttered. Read 24 Hours in Nowhere to find out what happens in this circumstance. I think you'll enjoy it. Have a great day.